Hey guys, Aura1 through 4 here. I know I haven't had a Yu-Gi-Oh video in a little while. I was going to make one for this week. I still might, but I don't know. Locals this week, there's a lot of the younger players that wanted to try a tag team tournament, and we ended up doing one. But like we did it with really not like the Tag Force rules. We did it with both players having their own field, which is a terrible idea because decks that swarm a lot, like 6 Samurai. Like one of the players, it was 6 Samurai and Infernities right next to each other. That's basically 10 back row you have to go through. And when you're your partner, you get screwed over and get like the worst player there. You can't do anything. I didn't even finish my final match because I was tired of dealing with him, and like I was tired of dealing with my partner. So like I didn't even want to play my final match, but I didn't want to be that dick that was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna quit in the middle of it. So I played my final match, and then we finished game 1, and I was like, I'm not finishing this game. You guys win, and just left. But the Vanguard tournament was great. We had one of our biggest tournaments. It was our biggest. We had like 20 players. I ended up coming in 3rd. I only lost round 1 to Pale Moon, to the guy who came in 2nd. And it's kind of hard to win when you miss your grade 3 ride 2 turns in a row. But anyways, deck I'm running, Gold Paladins. See if I can zoom in a little bit without screwing everything up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my new starting Vanguard, Spring Breeze Messenger. This guy's really stupid. When he boosts and the attack hits, I think it has to be the Vanguard. Yeah, it has to be the Vanguard. You counterblast 1, put him in the soul, look at your top 3 cards, and choose any gold paladin and call it to rested position in any rearguard circle. Really helps you fill up your field. I think he's one of the best. He's probably their best starting Vanguard right now. Better than Kirf. And the Vortimer line, if you're running the Vortimer line, you obviously can't run him as your starting Vanguard, but I think he's a lot better than Kirf. My trigger lineup is relatively the same. I've got 6 critical triggers, the 4 Flames of Victory, and the 2 Silent Punishers. I also have 6 draw triggers, 2 Speeder Hounds, and 4 Falcon Knight of Azure. I like Speeder Hound more than Gwydion, just because he looks cuter. And I like Falcon Knight of the Azure, just because if you do accidentally have to superior column from the deck, you can at least get a little bit of a boost from it. Then, obviously that's left is my 4 heal triggers. Grade 1 lineup is pretty standard. Got 4 Gareths, AK Vanilla Beater, good support. Then I'm running 2 Little Fighter Trons. For the longest time, I didn't even know this guy existed. I was going through my gold paladins, and I'm like, wait, what does this guy do? Oh, crap. Yeah, I'm running 2 Trons now, because being able to like hit for 25 with your Vanguard is pretty great. I'm only running 2 because he only works in the Vanguard circle. Rearguard, Vanguard. Behind the Vanguard circle. 2 Slagle Daggers. I really like this guy. It helps you push for big numbers if you really need to at the end of the game. Plus he's a 7 KB supporter normally. And if I need to, I can just slide him up to the front, counterblast a couple of times, get him a little bigger, and then slam into my opponent for some damage. I'm running 1 Nimue. Gonna cut her. She just really doesn't do enough for me. 1 Dindrain. I'm cutting the Nimue for the 2nd Dindrain. I'd like this card, but if you don't have a lot of them, you're not going to get into it a lot. When this card gets superior called from the deck, you Soul Blast 1 and you get to draw the card, so she just replaces herself. If you usually you're going to get her off of Lop-Eared Shooter or something, so it replaces your discard. Or if you get her off of like Garmor or something, it's an extra draw, which is always good. And then 3 Halo Shield Mark for perfect shield. Grade 2. Probably one of the star of the deck now is Lop-Eared Shooter. When Lop-Ear Shooter gets superior called from the deck, you discard a card from your hand, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and call any gold Paladin from it to rearguard, even himself. In my final match, I got a Lop-Eared Shooter off of Spring Breeze Messenger. Discarded a card, got another Lop-Eared Shooter. Discarded a card, got another Lop-Eared Shooter, put it down here, and then got Tron and put him down here, and I had an entire field. So I was able to push for a lot of damage. And then I just intercepted with a Lop-Eared Shooter that was in the front row, and it was great. It'll probably never happen again, but it was great. Next, 3 Vivians. Vivian is even better in this deck now. I'm actually trying to pick up a 4th Vivian, because now that I have all these units that get special abilities from being superior called from the deck, Vivian's even better. The Vivian with Spring Breeze Messenger right behind it forces so many early game guards. It's great. Then 3 Mage of Calamity trips, so I can unflip the damage. And then 2 Slagle Swords, just for pushing a little bit more damage. I'll probably cut one of these for a 4th Vivian, but I'm not sure. Rest are my grade 3s. Probably the star grade 3 right now is my 3 Garmors, just because it can combo into a lot of the other stuff. I really like Garmor in this deck. Next I got 1 Azel. I'm actually trying to pick up 2 more Azels, but right now 1's okay. I haven't been able to really test with multiple Azels, obviously, because I only have 1. I like Azel just because even though you can't control what you're getting out, it boosts a lot, and hitting for heavy amounts of damage late game is generally really good. Then I got 1 Pelennor. I'm not 100% sold on Pelennor. I pretty much put him in here because I was tired of running 2 Spectral Dukes in here. And with Pelennor, you can do some pretty broken things with him. Like if you attack with the Vanguard, have Nimue and, or not Nimue, Vivian and Spring Breeze Messenger, you attack, and you rip Pelennor, or Pelennor gets superior called from the deck in any way. You can discard a card and ride it on top of your Vanguard, so you can get extra attacks in. I generally like getting extra attacks in. And I did actually normal ride him because he was the only grade 3 I got into. And he did give me game because of his whole bouncing 2 cards to the bottom of the deck and giving 2 units plus 5,000. I was able to swing with 1 column, attack with this, bounce those back to the deck, and give my other column essentially another 10,000 points, and my opponent wasn't able to handle it. So, I don't know. I like him more than I thought I would like him. But we'll see. 1 Spectral Duke Dragon just because I wanted another good Vanguard grade 3, but I don't know. I hate getting him in this deck. He's going to get replaced the instant I get either another Pelennor or preferably another Azel. And then 1 Sagramore helps me push for some more damage, helps me hit 21. Even though he does take up a counterblast to get his power boost, I do like being able to get a power boost when I'm hitting rear guards, because sometimes taking out the opponent's rear guard is a little bit more important than hitting their Vanguard. Especially if it's something that you really need to get rid of, if they have Dragonic Overlord or another big Alice, Nightmare Doll Alice. I use this to get rid of Alice a couple of times. And then 1 Gigantic Destroyer just for an easy hit for 20 against the Vanguard. So that was the deck. I honestly don't know what I'm going to run next week for the Vanguard tournament, or if I'm even going to be playing in the Vanguard tournament. It all depends. I know I'm not going to be doing the Vanguard Regional, and I think it's New Jersey, because I'm not driving out to Jersey to play at a Vanguard Regional when it's only going to be a single elimination thing. I hate how competitive Vanguard plays. 1 game matches, double elimination. Vanguard is a game where you shouldn't do that. It should be Swiss best of 3, just because of how if you don't get a grade, you basically die. Anyways, that's the deck. Hope you guys like it, and I'll catch you next week.